I'm Chuck Anastasia, and I'm here to tell my story about my experience as a caregiver for my late wife, VJ, who was diagnosed with frontotemporal degeneration. She was 55 years old when she started having some cognitive issues. She was diagnosed about a year later at 56. I met VJ in 1979. We were in college. I met her at a spring dance at a sorority. We were both studying engineering, and I ran into her again a couple weeks later. I had thought there was something really special about her when I first met her. So I asked her out on a date, and we just hit it off, and our relationship really blossomed from there. We got married shortly after we graduated in 1980, and we were married for just over 38 years, and we raised the 3 kids, and we had a lot of fun together. VJ was one of the smartest people that I ever met. She was at the top of her class in engineering. She had a degree in math and a degree in engineering. She had a great career, but as time went on, I started to notice a little bit. Something was different about the way she was talking. Just the figures of speech that she used changed from what had been typical for her in the past. One of her coworkers commented to me that VJ was just acting a little differently at work. It wasn't a problem, just different. And then she forgot where she parked her car. That was really strange. It was like 2 times within a period of 10 days that she forgot where she parked her car. So when that happened, I said, you know, there's something going on here, and I think you need to talk to your doctor about it. She went to the doctor, her primary care doctor. The doctor said, oh, it must be stress or anxiety. Maybe you should take a little time off from work. And she was under a lot of pressure at her job at that time. So she took a little bit of time off, a little bit of vacation time, but things didn't really improve, and she was getting more disorganized, getting more forgetful. I went with her to another appointment with the doctor, and I said, you know, this is really beyond just stress or anxiety. I really think this is something. Eventually we had an appointment with the neurologist at the memory clinic, and he did an initial assessment. Beginning of July of 2013, she got her diagnosis, and it was frontotemporal degeneration, probable cortical basal syndrome. It can be pretty distressing to learn that your spouse has, you know, what's considered to be a terminal illness with no known cure and very limited treatments. I believe that you just have to make the best of the situation that you're dealt with. I said, I'm going to try to learn as much as I can about this so I can do as good a job as I can possibly do as a care provider for her. From the time she was diagnosed in 2013, it was a little over 6 years until she passed away. I have no regrets about the caregiving that I provided for her, and, you know, the time that I gave her. The time we had together was so precious. It was, being a caregiver was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was probably the most important thing I'll ever do. We really need more research to better understand and be able to diagnose these diseases at an earlier stage, and to come up with potential treatments to address these very challenging illnesses. I keep sharing my story because the questions just go on and on. I mean, I'm concerned about my kids, my grandkids, I'm concerned about others, that I don't want the world to have to face these diseases. So hopefully through research we'll be able to address these illnesses, and the future generations won't have to face the struggles that we've faced.